36 episodes.
236 years.
Now the sound should be back. It looks like it's moving again, maybe.
It takes a while for this to catch up.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully Juan can hear us now. Yeah, we definitely have a little dancing guys on there, so I think we might have fixed it. And we have a third viewer now, so hopefully it's working because we've got people. There he is. He says we're good. All right. We have sound again for the live listeners, and we have a thumbs up. This is good.
Sound.
Let there be sound.
Sounds like
back
shit.
in 1955. Oh, and Brooke's here. Hi, Brooke. Yeah. So, yes. So this is the whole concept of that I've been wrapping my brain around for a while, which has been very entertaining. I also just got back from Massachusetts.
Oh yeah,
yesterday.
Was that? Yeah.
That was quite an adventure.
Did you get attacked by witches?
There were only Indian people there from India.
Okay.
Yes, not Native Americans, but
only
Indians.
Indian people in Massachusetts.
It was Indian, and the funny thing was, around the hotel, the place where we stayed, there was nothing but Italian restaurants, like 8 of them,
run by Indian people.
Yeah.
You were going in between dimensions.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I experienced one of those intercuts of those dimensions. But yeah,
this is one of those multiverse dimensions where Indian people are responsible for Italian food. Was it extremely spicy or was it like?
I didn't eat any of it.
Oh, okay.
No. There was a Mexican restaurant attached to the hotel. Well, not attached to the hotel, in the same parking lot as the hotel, and they had watermelon margaritas. And if I had not fallen asleep, I would have walked up there and got
100%,
a whole mess of them.
A whole mess of them.
A whole mess of those watermelon margaritas. I would have gone up if I had brought it. I would have gone up in my Speedo and my cowboy boots. I would have done it. Julian Noble style,
just
baby.
Jump right in the pool.
There is no pool, but I'll jump right into a hole. Yeah, there's the stairs that go down. Yeah. That would have been it.
Anything that's on lower elevation, I'll jump into it.
Whatever it takes. Yeah, but the worst part, of course, which is no surprise, was going through New York. That was
oh Christ!
Oh, there.
New York's
do you realize there? So you know how like we have like say exit for A and B. Mm-hmm. Theirs goes up to S.
Oh yeah.
When that popped up on my GPS,
1/16 of the distance,
milliseconds between all of this stuff, and then all of the off ramps that turn into other off ramps that then turn into other off ramps. And how in the hell are you supposed to switch from the left lane to the right lane, back to the left lane, back to the right lane again within these little bridges in New York traffic?
And they have no patience or respect for anyone who doesn't know where they're going.
Exactly right.
At all.
Just honking like crazy. Oh my God. I hate it. And I've only done it a few times. Yeah, exactly. I'll sing about it, but I do not want to drive there. It's
a great place to be, not a great place to drive.
Exactly. And
I venture to say a lot of New Yorkers just don't own
cars. They don't.
No. Public transport and subway.
And parking.
You
know how much gas was up there?
$500.
Almost $3.36 a gallon.
Those are some 20, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what year, 16 something.
2030, yeah.
2030 prices. Yeah, exactly. God, I haven't seen it go over 3 in a while. But yeah, everything's more expensive. It's crowded. It's more. It has its own charm. Don't get me wrong. But trying to drive through it is not advisable.
And when it's 90 degrees outside, that doesn't help either because everybody's air conditioner doesn't work and everybody's angry.
They're angry.
It's angry and hot and wet. It's like unbelievable. Yeah. Yep.
God, Brooke says in New York. Concrete jungle, wet dreams, tomato.
Yeah, I love it.
That's how I feel when I go there. I'm having a stroke.
Yep, but just a little enjoyable.
Just a little bit of a fun stroke.
Love a good fun stroke. So
who doesn't like a good stroke every now and then?
So whether it's brought on by the heat or not, it doesn't matter. It's all still worth it. It's all still worth it, folks.
We love it.
Yeah, we love it, or we try to. But yeah, so it was bad going up and coming down. So when we were on the way back, I believe it was, we had just gotten through New York. We weren't quite into New Jersey yet. And we hit an accident that had happened. And it was a 3-lane part of the stretch of the road. There was a tractor trailer on my right and I was next to the actual, like the trailer part of it.
Mhm.
To my left was a van, like a charter bus van that people would, take small groups of people on trips and stuff.
Yeah.
On my left, and a Jeep, a traditional Jeep that can take the top down and everything, went between the tractor trailer and me,
Jesus Christ.
on like straddling the white line between the two of us.
Oh my God. I'm surprised there was enough room.
I
between
couldn't
the two
believe
of
it.
you.
They literally like almost grazed my mirror.
Holy fuck.
I
dude.
can't believe that they made it through there. It was crazy. So that was an interesting moment there. And then, but the big thing was traffic was so bad they could barely move anyway. It's like they got up there and suddenly it's 4 cars wide, went in a 3-lane. I'm not going to get all that, but
they don't give a fuck.
they just
If
want to
can
get that way.
seem like they're going for faster, they will.
Yep,
Everybody's so impatient.
it's like sand poured around some rocks.
In a place where you would think they would all be used to that, but
You think so?
the impatience, I guess, is part of the culture.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's all part of the game for them. And then another spot, I think we were in New Jersey. This is when we're coming back too. We were driving down a good stretch of things. Traffic started lightening up a little bit because we had gotten past most of the exits.
Mhm.
And these 2 guys on crotch rockets came flying up behind us and were weaving around, of course, in between all the cars going into the right lane to pass everybody and zipping back and forth. And they finally got over the hill. And then as we were continuing along, traffic started slowing up and we were like, what the fuck is going on? And by the time we finally got up there, there was
ground beef all
there
over the
was,
street.
there was a flatbed tow truck on the side of the road on the curb. And there was the front bumper of a car with the motorcycle embedded in it.
Holy fuck.
They couldn't even get the motorcycle out of the bumper.
Oh my God.
So
dude.
that person's dead.
Yeah, that's
they're
R.I.P. this guy.
flying that fast. They were flying. They were going like 85 miles an hour.
This is the reason that if you do that shit and you think you're cool or you're
Mhm.
just impatient.
Yep.
Good luck. Like, let's hope that there's room for you in the cemetery.
Get ready.
That's our
I hope
only
we got
concern.
a spot picked out. Yep.
That pisses me off mainly for the reason that this is like when people do stupid shit, I get mad at them, not because I care about their lives.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, I don't.
Exactly
Okay?
right. I'm
Fuck
not going to do it for you.
You're gonna die. I don't care. You take it upon yourself. It's a free country. It's America's all about freedom.
Go for
But
it.
don't involve me in your death and make me feel guilty about being involved in the death of a human being, because that will haunt the fuck out of me. I don't care if you were a dick and you deserved it.
That's it. See, I don't even know that this person, even the car, I don't even know that the driver was even involved in hitting the motorcyclist. They might have just crashed right into the back of the car.
Exactly. He could have been standing perfectly still.
No clue.
And even if he was just normally changing lanes, when these motorcycles do that,
Yeah.
they are not giving you the option
Man.
to see them. They're just going, and if you do a normal lane change, they're going 85 miles an hour through a middle of the lane. How are you going to expect to react to that?
You just hear a little dink in the back, and you turn. You're like, what the hell? You look in your rear view mirror, and then all of a sudden, the body flies over the front. Yeah, but that was the thing. There was no car. There was no car on the tow truck.
Just the bumper. Maybe
It-
Bob Weave did.
That's it. That's the process.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yep. That's how you get where you want to be. Apparently.
Apparently, that's straight to hell. Or
Yeah. I mean,
whatever.
whatever you need to do. That's
Straight to the afterlife.
well, however you need to get there, one way or the other, and hopefully you've made your absolutions and all that good stuff.
I just got my last rights. Get out of the way.
Oh man, planetary indulgences. Love seeing them. Love to see them. But
Love it.
love it. I love seeing people pay money to have their sins forgiven. That's what it's all about. Just like last rights. That's where
I'm not
all
sure
that
what-
came from.
I didn't know what that word you said was. I thought it was plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis. Don't you hate getting them on your feet?
I hate those bunions.
Bunions and
Damn.
runions.
Well, that's what it's like when you're
Yep.
in the church.
You gotta do what you gotta do, and survive any way that we can.
Steal money from people with no sense.
That's right, exactly right. Be like, you know what? If you give me a couple bucks, I bet you God will be all right with what you just did. That's it. This is
Trust me,
why
I'm tight with him.
you got Reverend Joe's tow trucks. That's right. I'll bless your mangled corpse and get your car off the highway. for one low price. That's it. It's a package deal.
We also got a bike shop where we'll soup up your vehicle, make it go way faster.
We'll soup up. We can actually attach the motorcycle to your car, so then it has 6 wheels, and you can drive that right down the highway. It'd give you more traction and all that good stuff.
We'll stick a rocket on the back of there.
That was the other thing too. I got a little thing that monitors my tire pressure, like of all 4 of my tires, and tells me what they are. I had to keep letting air out of my tires because it was so hot, and we were driving straight from Massachusetts to Pennsylvania. So it was like the tire pressure kept going because it's not supposed to go over 40. And it was like 37, 38, 30,
man.
and then like so we'd be off somewhere, just make a rest stop or whatever, and I'd get out and I'd let some air out of the tires. We'd get a little bit further, the pressure would keep climbing up again, let a little more air out, and then finally it was good.
These tires about to blow!
Yeah, they're gonna blow!
We gotta let the steam out quick. You got Bob out there hanging out the window, unscrewing the cap. While you're moving,
the back one, Bob, get the back one. The back tire.
They're moving too fast.
Valve stem.
Just you got to lasso a string over
That's
it,
right.
and then just let the tire do
It's
the
like
work.
a tooth. It's like yanking a tooth out on a door. It'll do the work for you. Just hold on to the string. Just pull when I tell you to. Yep, I'll hit the brakes.
Keep her steady. Almost got it. This leads me perfectly into
Like Doc Brown trying to connect the wires to the clock tower. Yeah, what brings you perfectly into
that
what?
leads me perfectly into a perfect segue into the Fast and Furious movie that I just saw.
Okay, bring
this
it on.
past weekend, because that isn't even that's tame compared to what's going on in these movies at this point. I don't keep up with these movies. I went at the request of my one friend, and so I go there. That's what I do. I have to do after I eat Taco Bell.
Yes.
So I saw this fucking ridiculous movie, and in this particular one, they are doing this whole meta analysis.
Mhm.
One of the characters, he gets completely surrounded by guys,
Yeah,
and they all shoot at him, and he ends up killing all of them.
of course he does.
And then at the end of it, they're back, just like chilling, and he's like, "Guys, this is weird. I should have died back there. Look at all these holes in my jacket. Why am I not? I don't have a scratch on me. Why am I not dead?"
I like it.
And they're like, "Maybe you have some kind of invincibility." Like this, like he's like, "We go on all these crazy missions and no one ever gets hurt." He's literally speaking to from the audience's point of view.
This is good.
And then Ludacris is like, "Oh man, you're so dumb. Fuck you." Like that's the end of the conversation. But they keep playing this theme throughout the movie of like, this is so goddamn ridiculous. Even the characters are now starting to accept.
Right, exactly.
None of it makes any goddamn sense.
Even we cannot suspend our disbelief about our life. Yeah, something's wrong here.
It is the most obnoxiously wild, stupid shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So my takeaway was that the spectacle of it,
Mm-hmm.
the way everything is shot in the car chases and the explosions, that shit is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
That's impressive to me. I was very entertained by it.
sure.
But the themes and the plot are complete, utter, bottom tier dog shit trash. Like dog shit would taste like sweet, beautiful candy
That's right.
if you were to eat it, compared to the way this plot is when it's shoved down your throat. It makes me want to just like puke my guts up. Vin Diesel is sleepwalking through the whole fucking movie. His eyes are half closed. He's like,
He's been in a coma for years.
It's all about family. Oh, no, that's a new one.
like, when at some point a bridge gets blown out,
Uh-huh.
and then he drives into one of the cables that
Right.
was on the bridge, hooks his tire up into it. His tire spinning, it clicks in there, and he flies across like a 300-foot ravine.
Right. Yeah,
up
of course.
safely onto the other side, and they're like, "That was new."
Yeah, and it was
like-
good that you hooked yourself up so that if you got to the other side, it pulled you back into the ravine.
Exactly.
That's what you
How
want.
did he unhook that fucking shit? Nope. Cuts before that as even a consideration. As
Welcome to Fast and Furious 5, or what is it? 8, 9?
9.
9. The Fast and Furious
Just
9, the
F9.
Truman Show. That's what
Truman
it's-
Show. F9. F9.
I can't tell you how absolutely fucking retarded it is that they go out and do severe, horrifying crimes.
Right.
I mean, just the level of explosions makes the Blues Brothers blush, because
They're- Yeah.
there are so many cars and collateral damage There's at some point they have a magnet on their car and they're pulling cars through buildings.
Of course they are.
And
Yeah.
people have to be dying in this. There's no way they are.
They're at least maybe that's what happened to that one building down in Florida.
That could be. It just got leveled.
It was Vin.
Wait a minute. Vin Diesel was there?
Vin Diesel, where were you? Vin Diesel, we're going to call you to the stand. Where were you?
I was with my family.
I was asleep.
I was with
I
Paul.
was asleep at
Oh.
home.
Paul was with me. I was with me.
Vin, do you know where you are right now?
I don't said a Fast and Furious 10. Where's Tyrese?
Speaking of Fast and Furious 10, did you hear that fucking what's his face? When Indiana Jones 5 or whatever it is, Harrison Ford got hurt.
I heard he hurt his shoulder.
Come on.
Day one. This guy needs to be. He shouldn't be in movies. He should be in a nursing home. And I don't get me wrong.
Harrison
I
Ford.
love Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
crotchety.
Oh,
He's
man.
great.
Bring him in. Let him take over all the roles that what's his face from Men in Black did.
Tommy Lee
Jones.
Let
Let
him
him do
do
all
that.
those roles. 'Cause
Give me that crotchety man.
I'm pretty sure Tommy Lee Jones is younger than him, but I'm not sure. Do you know if he is? I think he's younger than Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, I think, is 73
Okay.
or something, somewhere around there.
Well, whatever they are, I have a
Tommy Lee
feeling.
Jones has got to be probably about the same age,
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're in the same ballpark, but I have a
Yeah.
feeling that Tommy Lee Jones, even though he looks older, is actually younger.
Could be.
Yeah.
He's always had that kind of out in the sun too long with wrinkles,
Right.
droopy face going on.
Exactly. Yeah. He enjoys.
Hard looking man.
He enjoys being out in the sun, you can
Does.
tell.
He
Whereas Harrison Ford spends all his time out in space. So, there's no gravity out there to make the face melt. And that's what
but
he's
as
got,
long
that
as he's
melty
not driving
face.
too close to stars, because if he goes too close to stars, there actually is no atmosphere to protect us.
Exactly.
He would actually age a lot faster.
Well, but that all depends upon whether he went with the double pane glass for the viewing window.
That's a good point.
This is why you don't want to skimp on the
Harrison
viewing window.
Ford is my glucose guardian.
Yep. Keeps it all free.
I love it.
Okay, there we go. Tommy Lee's actually younger. Thanks, Juan. And Harrison
Nice.
Ford, this is great. See this now we
Oh,
can
holy
ask
shit,
questions and
he's-
get answers.
I love it. Juan's like behind the scenes for us.
That's it.
I didn't know Harrison Ford was 78.
See,
Holy
I
shit.
told you. I told you it's just because he spent too much time out in the sun. He got the wrong roles that made him be outside wearing his cowboy hat.
I think a lot of it he just tripped. He couldn't get back up, so he stayed out there for like 6
Lot of
hours.
face planting when he was younger. He was a very awkward teenager.
Somebody get me up. What's up, Tommy Lee Jones? Not you, Will Smith. Not
That's
you.
right.
Leave me alone.
You know, we aren't on the air right now, so you're not allowed within 15 feet of me. You know the rules. It was in the contract.
I heard he.
Obviously spelled out. Important clause. Hot leather.
His hot leather boot.
He
Perfect way
is.
to describe him.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what he is. A
He's all
hot
dried
leather
out
boot.
beef jerky.
Yep, beef jerky time. Yep, it's a beef jerky man. Yeah, without a doubt.
But man, I got to tell you, man, that Fast and Furious, it was pretty fucking stupid.
Well-
they go to space at some point. Okay, they actually go to fucking space
In the car?
in a Fiero with a big ass rocket strapped to the back of it.
Of course they do.
They go on like an airplane and
I
then they
kinda-
get jettisoned
I
off
kind of
into
thought
space.
that was photoshopped, but I see that it's not.
That
now
was
that
a
I'm
real
hearing.
thing.
That's even better.
Ludacris and Tyrese, and then they go back to that meta point of, and I don't care if I'm spoiling it for you guys because don't go watch it for the plot, okay?
Yeah, just
Go if you just go
Exactly
watch
right.
explosions.
Yeah.
But at some point, Tyrese and Ludacris are talking. Ludacris is like, Tyrese is scared to go to space because they're in the car.
Yeah.
They're wearing diver suits as their space astronaut suits. Okay, and so just snorkels.
Except there's one thing we know about space is that it's wet. Space is so wet. Or
Space,
at least I always get wet when I go to space.
in space, nobody can get you dry. That's what they say, right?
right, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I got to come in dry.
That's right.
Dry as fuck. My skin's so dry.
so,
Tommy Lee Jones has been practicing for years to go to space.
I'm
Drive
ready for
himself up.
space.
I'm ready. Give me all. I've eaten nothing but beef jerky for the past 33 years.
Jar what you eat.
I'm completely preserved in
I'm
sodium.
94% salt.
If it worked for the pilgrims, why wouldn't it work for us? Just pack all your meat. I remember when I learned about that in high school, that they used to ship all the meat in salt.
yeah.
Like, Yeah.
That was a way to preserve it, baby.
I mean, I guess everybody
It's the only
died
way.
by 30 anyway, so who cares
Yeah,
about
you know,
cholesterol?
Cholesterol. They're just avoiding arrows and bullets in there, and
And
you
the
know,
bubonic plague.
cholera and shit. Yeah.
Mm.
They didn't care about that. Salt.
No,
Bring it on.
Nobody cares. Whatever.
I wish our lifespans were shorter now so we could enjoy more stuff.
See.
Everybody's on this health kick
God
about shit.
damn you,
Yeah, it's
science.
like fucking. Oh yeah, don't eat that. It gives you cholesterol, high cholesterol. Don't
Yeah.
eat that. Don't take that. It'll give you cancer.
Yeah.
I'd rather be dead already before I have to start thinking about that shit.
You have a vaccine that gives me a good time. How about that?
Yeah,
That's
I want
what-
to have fun.
That's what I'm looking for.
I don't want to be all sick and feel like shit. I'm here for a party.
That's right. It's party
It's
time.
party time.
Party time,
Why
Doc.
else
Can
would I
you,
be
can you fix me up or not?
just take an armful of those pills on your shelf
That's
and put it in a bag to go back for
Don't
me.
pick them out. Don't pick them out. Just swipe them. Just like you're running down, like you're inside of a cart and we're pushing you down the cereal aisle. Everything's on the ground now. Everything in the cart.
I'm just going to mix them up like a bowl of M&Ms anyway.
It doesn't even matter. I can't even read.
I used to be able to read, but I took so many of these goddamn pills, I lost that part of my brain.
I can't see anything but infrared radiation now.
I'm like the Predator. When the Predator came to Earth, I can see your heartbeat,
Daytime.
but I can't read a goddamn thing. I couldn't see the exit on how to get here, but I
I
can
can
see.
see your heartbeat. Let me tell you, the daytime is very disorienting. Okay, there's a lot of radiation out there. Oh man, have you ever seen a bunny irradiated rabbit? My God, what a nightmare that is. They're a lot taller in radiation. Wouldn't that be interesting? Because technically, everything that we see now is just a result of light reflecting off of it into our eyes.
Yeah.
What if we had if we could see another band of the visual wavelengths? And when we did that, the things that we are actually looking at normally suddenly have a whole nother component to them that we were completely unaware of.
Oh, totally, dude.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time, that there could be some other sensory that, like, we're missing out on a ton of senses just because they aren't crucial to our survival on this planet. We
Yeah.
haven't developed them.
Yeah.
Or we just haven't put together, or life just hasn't put together that composition yet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Last night when I got back, we ended up getting back to the store around like 10:30 or something like that. And I came back. Yeah.
Sorry.
I came back to the house, and I was sitting down in the lower parking lot and smoking a cigar and watching the stars. And Vegas came over and sat next to me, and I said, Vegas, look at those stars up there. They're all finally shining. Can you even see those stars? I wonder if you can even see those stars, Vegas. And that's what got my whole thought process rolling about that.
It's curious. Actually,
curious
I would
about
almost
that.
venture to say the cat's eyes are better than our eyes, right?
Yeah,
They
but
filter light better.
that's the thing is our like TV and stuff like that. The question is would they be able to decipher that light as information the same way that we can, or because they see more light, would it look more like just distortion or noise or something like that?
Yeah. I see what
You know what I mean?
you're saying.
Like they're seeing something else, and so would it be?
like heat, when heat distorts the image in front of
Right,
you, like,
exactly.
makes it wavy or something. Like, we're not interpreting it that
Yeah.
correct way.
And maybe like an LED TV versus like an old like a tube TV or a plasma TV, would they have different? Who knows?
Hey, welcome to Best Buy. What do you need? I'm looking for a plasma TV.
Looking
My
for a
cat.
cat
my
TV.
cat
Do you
wants
have
to
one of them
watch with
cat TVs? Oh man, he loves Mouse Hunt. It's his favorite movie.
Mouse Hunt.
Mouse Hunt.
Nathan Lane
Nathan
is a gem in
He's
that
a
one.
goddamn cat treasure. All the cats love Nathan Lane.
He's
There's something about his demeanor that people just love it.
cats just gravitate right
They
to
just
it.
eat him up.
And I've got 35 cats.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you what, I never get to choose what's on TV.
Nope. No.
That's why I'm trying to buy plasma.
I tried to
I
touch
don't
the
wanna-
remote, and they ripped my hand off. I have just a shredded little nub now. This is
Sir,
all
you have too many cats. I'm
from
not
the cats.
I'm not the SPCA. I am only a Best Buy employee, but I would venture to say you have probably too many cats, sir.
Do you guys sell cats here?
Do you guys sell knives? Because I'm about to show you who's got too many cats.
That's right.
Nobody tells me that I got too many cats.
Nobody tells me I have too many cats without me killing myself first.
I was insinuating he was going to kill the employee. Who was
Oh,
contesting his ownership of cats, but
that's right.
most murders are murder suicides.
That's it. Yep. Just wrap them up, put them inside of one of those washing machines that they sell at Best Buy now.
Basically, what we're trying to tell you is if you're a fledgling serial killer,
Yes.
go to Best Buy. They got everything you need.
They have everything that you could possibly need, including old episodes of Monk, Murder, She Wrote, Law and Order.
Best to watch those. You don't want to get caught now.
Go for the Blu-ray. Go for the DVD.
No,
go
you're
for the
trade.
diminished quality because you'll be able to get a little cheaper, maybe even a bargain bin for a season or two,
Right.
and then you can apply that money that you've saved to your murder weapon.
If you use like those old tube TVs,
Yep.
save yourself money and you don't get any of those cat narcs.
Get one of those knives that they use to
Can't
cut
see it.
foam rubber that heats up,
Yeah.
and you can cut
It's
somebody.
a wire,
You
hot
can
wire knife.
slice off somebody's head. It'll cauterize the wound. You won't spill a drop of blood.
Get all the dental records out of the way too.
Game over. Game
Boom.
over.
Cut those fingertips off, and man, you got a Jane or John Doe that will never be solved.
Nobody will have any
Never.
idea. Nobody will know.
Never. Toss it. Get a guy to trim your trees the next day. Toss it in the grinder. Bzzz, put it as mulch.
Tell me your name. Tell me something good. Tell me some weird news.
Tell me some weird news. Brooke says that's very specific. No, I haven't thought about killing people.
No thoughts whatsoever as
Never-
I was
I never
traveling home from New York. Nope, I didn't think a damn thing the whole time.
We were like already beyond the subject, but when Brooke said, "Who'd have thunk Paul Walker would die in a car accident?"
Yeah, it's almost hard to believe, isn't it?
It's almost like he lived his life 1/4 mile at a time. Except the next quarter mile, well, that was cemetery.
I read the wrong sign. I was driving through one of those off ramps in New York.
I got off on R instead of S.
Took me right
Son
to
of a bitch.
R. As we all know, R is the first letter in cemetery. That's right where you're headed, folks. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do some weird news here, internet world.
That's right.
Are you still watching? Yeah. So it's.
I found it
you and-
weird though in the movie, just real quick, that Paul Walker his character is still alive.
Huh?
Yeah, they're
How?
not. They don't show him. They just refer to him.
Oh,
They're like, our kids are safe. They're with Brian, and they make like they hang
doesn't
on
that
it.
mean? But
hang
what
on
if
it.
they're actually making commentary that the kids are dead?
That would be some serious. I would start to gain respect for them. at
Yeah,
point.
that might be part of the story. We just haven't gotten that news yet.
I'll tell you, the ending was my favorite part of the movie, where Vin Diesel's like half asleep and his little kid is like the worst actor of all time, and he's like,
We're gonna say grace.
Yeah.
and then he's like, Daddy, how do you say grace?
Just say whatever's in your heart.
That's right.
And-
Listen, God loves two things: a nice dinner and going hitting the nos.
God gave us two gifts in this life: fried chicken and nos. Now get over here and say some fucking grace.
Oh my God. It's the dumbest thing. Why would you try and push a religious agenda in a racing movie?
I can't
It's-
it drives me nuts. These people cause so much harm in our world. They might have maybe like they save the world from some kind of like doomsday device in this one, but it doesn't matter because really the subplot was that John Cena is his brother and that he needed to prove something from their past.
Surprise, bitch.
You can't see this shit,
You can't nothing.
and I wish nobody did see me because this movie's an embarrassment. But then they go and they're like,
Family's everything.
Family,
And God.
shut. You are the most hypocritical piece of shit I've ever seen get behind the wheel of a Charger. Okay, and that's a beautiful car you're driving, and it's a piece of shit behind the wheel. God damn it.
Oh, what a life.
Vin
What a
Diesel
life we live.
is sleepwalking his whole career at this point.
He's got to.
It's incredible.
He's got to
it's
keep making his money.
It's impressive to me, honestly.
Man, that NyQuil drip is not cheap.
I think he works less than I do.
I would absolutely believe it. Yep. Absolutely. You get enough body doubles and you don't have to do anything but say your lines.
God damn it.
Welcome to the family.
That's right.
I'm clocking out at 5. And I'm taking off on Wednesday.
All right, Ben. That's not in the script. All right, guys, we're gonna have to cut that out.
We don't like to advertise it to the
We're
management
gonna
before we
need
do it.
we're gonna need to cut that part out. Yeah.
I don't know. I just read what's in front of me.
I just wanted to make sure somebody.
I just said what's in my heart.
Yeah, right. I get off at 5.
Oh, Vin Weasel.
Oh, yep, Vin Weasel. He's our man. If he can't do it, well, somebody else is going to have to.
Yeah, so that's fine. The Rock will pick up the slack.
That's right. Yeah, it's slowly turning into what the hell was that movie with Sly and all them in it? Expendables. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's on the fence.
Except Sly couldn't. He couldn't afford it. He was going to lose his AARP membership if he did another one.
We are not covering you for anything else, Sly. If you do one more
can't afford it.
Expendable movies, I simply can't justify it to my boss again.
No, we tried. We tried to do the pitch and everything like that, but they just kept saying why. It was almost as if they were like in shock, like they had a traumatic experience. They just kept screaming why. They were curled up in the fetal position too. Yeah.
Why is it that every action star can't articulate themselves?
Well, they have to punch people because they can't talk to them.
They get hit for a living.
That's how they speak. Yeah.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. It's like the thing from Pan's Labyrinth with the eyes on his hands, but his mouth's on their fists. So they just talk biting everybody. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's do this goddamn weird news here. We're losing all this on the regular stuff, but that's all right. You online people.
We're trying to make up the difference for not having sound at the beginning.
That's exactly right. You got that little bonus of the extra, the bonus content there. All right, here we go. Then I think I clicked it twice. We'll see.
As many times as your heart desires.
Well, no, that's not true. We can't do that. Don't listen to him.
I make the rules.
That's right. I make the rules now.
I'm the Vin Diesel in this room.
I'm Vin Diesel now.
Basically, I'm Vin Diesel. I sleepwalk through this whole entire show.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You do all the work like Ludacris does.
Exactly.
In the movie.
Luda!
They're so devoid of any kind of structure. Like, it's not like the Expendables where they're adding people.
Right.
They're literally. Oh, I already opened this. They're literally. I'm so lost in this. They're literally bringing people back from the dead so that they can put them into the movie now.
Yeah, like we're not hiring anybody else.
No. He's not still on contract.
Why would we do that? Why would we do that? We still own their likeness.
He flew across a bridge on a pole. Okay, what? We can bring him back from the dead.
The bridge is a character now. Have him ride in one of the cars.
Just like a crumpled up bridge, a bunch of wood stuffed in a car. Look, nothing's beyond this franchise. I'm telling you.
No, nope, not at all.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter match.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used the wheelchair hold me to get the fire off me! Oh, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. A human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has autism.
And now with this week's weird news, here's the match.
So for our first story here, we're heading over to the Vatican, Matt.
My favorite place.
A place where
my vacation home.
We love it there. They keep a room for us open whenever we want to do the show from Italy.
That's usually what they tell me when I walk in. It's an amalgamation of
that's a homeless man because that's not Latin.
I did find it weird that the cardinal was pushing a cart full of cans.
Yeah, he really loved those cans. Cans for Jesus, I guess. So they got to pay their
cans
their
for Christ.
bills. Yeah, cans for Christ.
Show us your cans. I did find it weird he was repeating that over and over again. Just rolling down the street.
Show me your cans!
Oh, it's such a beautiful religion.
He knocked out like a bishop walking into the Vatican, stole his mitre. Oh, Jesus.
Show me your can!
Unfortunately, it wasn't that good. We got to get a good picture of somebody who's very well endowed and use that for a Redbubble thing. We're gonna have to make that happen.
Oh, it's content creation.
Yep, that's it. Happening in real time, folks. For those of you listening in real time.
So now let's get to the real story.
Let's get to the real story, which is incredibly underwhelming after that. Yeah. While Pope Francis is usually the star at Vatican gatherings, someone dressed up and ended up being a real attention grabber amongst the public lined up in rows during the Pontiff's weekly Wednesday audience. Matteo Villardita, 28, dressed up as Spider-Man to cheer up the hospital children, and also ended up meeting with the Pope, still in costume. So there's a very interesting sweating in his costume under Rome's heat wave. He said he asked Pope Francis to pray for the children and their family, and that he could find a Gatorade dispenser soon. The man told APT that he gave Francis a spare mask as a sign to tell him that through these eyes, I see pain and sick children in hospitals.
That's dark shit.
Listen to this. See these eyes? They've seen all these dead kids.
See these eyes, Pope.
These dead kids are seeing through all those eyes.
You don't know what it's like out here. All you do is spend your days trapped in this house of prayer and fantasy. I'm living the real life. I'm Spider-Man.
I'm the Spider-Man here, living in reality, okay? I'm out here slinging webs and flying between buildings.
It's like these two comic book characters who have no basis in reality have just met, and they expect it to be newsworthy.
Exactly right. They're like, don't you guys like the Avengers? This is what's happening, basically.
Wolverine just met Shamu at the downtown at the fire hydrant that had exploded park. The fire hydrant just spewing water all over the ground. Somehow a whale got up there, and Wolverine came in, and he was like, there's only one way to get through this one, bub. We're going to have to chop this son of a bitch up into so many pieces that they can spray it down the drain of the manhole, and the Ninja Turtles will eat it.
That's what we got to feed the Ninja Turtles, bub. Yep, that's it. That's what Weapon X was for, feeding those Ninja Turtles.
It's so strange.
It's all Shredder's
Just
job.
Two people in costumes pretending
What
to be
if Wolverine later became Shredder? Do we ever see Shredder without his mask? I guess, yeah, in the movie we do.
And he's Japanese.
He's Japanese. But maybe...
Fucking Japanese, mate.
Oh my God. I'm fucking Japanese, mate. Oh, this is wonderful.
There's
thing.
like two people who know what I'm talking about right now. Neither of them are watching.
Nope, that's it. That's why we say it. That's why we.
But it's funny regardless, and that's the foundation of a good joke.
That's exactly right. That's the foundation of this show. Nobody understands it except for us. But you're watching anyway.
Absolutely right.
We didn't ask you to be here. Well, we did probably, but
yeah, we
but
probably. Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for RSVP.
Thank you for coming, or however you've reacted to seeing us. So it was very exciting because Pope Francis immediately understood my mission. He took selfies and with youngsters attending
I know what it's
the
like
audience.
to dress up, pretend to be a hero.
I know what it's like to wear a weird costume and take all the credit.
You know what it's like to be around a bunch of kids while you're dressed all silly.
That's right. We're not that different, you and I.
Well. You wouldn't believe the things these eyes have seen.
That's it. The only difference is I admit that I made mine up. That's the only thing. Yeah. Yep. So, but anyhow, the Vatican describes him as a really good superhero and quoted him as saying during Italy's long months of the pandemic lockdown, he made more than 1,400 video calls since he wasn't able to visit in person, giving the children a smile. So,
hey, good for him. I feel like Spider-Man's doing more good than the Pope does. Honestly,
I think he's definitely he has a few tally marks in his favor for sure.
God's gonna be like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
you guys, all come here, quick!
Holy shit! I thought you were made up.
I didn't make you up.
I didn't know you were real. Well, I'll tell you what else they didn't know was real. Investigators told us, wait a minute here. It jumped on me here. Police say an Iowa man attempted to get revenge on his local McDonald's after he was shafted out of sauce for his chicken McNuggets. So,
I can't wait to hear what he did.
Ann Kenny Police, Ankeny. Ann Kenny, I guess it would be, right? Yeah, that's Ann Kenny
right.
Police arrested Robert Goldwitzer Jr. on Saturday night after he allegedly threatened, you guessed it, to blow up the restaurant and punch an employee over missing condiments.
I'm gonna blow this place up and then I'm gonna punch
you right in the face, into the flames.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
You're going to be so sorry you did this. Investigators told the station that the 42-year-old suspect called the fast food chain after discovering his order was incorrect. The police contacted Goldwitzer, and the sauce-craving suspect admitted to making the threats. So on Sunday, he was released from Polk County Jail after posting bond. People have made some really bizarre, bogus bomb threats before. For instance, in January 2019, a 23-year-old college student in Rennes, France, called in a fake bomb threat so he wouldn't have to see his parents.
Wow,
November-
this guy must really not like his parents.
Does not like him. November
Jesus.
2018, a New Orleans man accused of threatening to blow up a local restaurant told police, you guessed it, Chris, he was referring to a bowel movement. And that's, of course, how that one goes. You guessed it, Chris, he was here. Speaking of Chris, so Sydney, we're going to Sydney, Australia, Chris's favorite place. For all we know, that's where he is right now. But police have fined 2 men who have been rescued from an Australian forest after they were startled by a deer. No problem so far.
This seems like the inverse of what normally would happen within a deer encounter.
Well, and here is the this part is true. While nude sunbathing on a beach, and they became lost. The men were calling for help about 6 p.m. Sunday after they became lost in the Royal National Park in Sydney. And unbelievably, we saw 2 men sunbaking naked.
Crikey, we're naked out
Oh
here.
my God! Unbelievably, saw 2 men sunbaking naked on a beach on the south coast. Police Commissioner Mick Fuller told reporters, "Are we in Australia? I forget.
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
Australia.
Okay, that's good." They were startled by a deer, ran into the park, the national park, and got lost. But the weird thing is, for this quote, it says they were startled by a deer, ran into the national ... park and got lost.
Maybe they didn't want to. They wanted to put the ellipsis so they didn't have to name the whole national park.
Right, but they do it several times before that, which is strange. But
Oh,
whatever.
you mean in just in the way it's written, the
Yeah.
grammar and the structure?
They put the ellipses in there for whatever reason. I don't know.
This guy just, they do it different in Australia.
Likes that dramatic
It's
pause down
normally,
under, I guess.
They're normally running away from spiders and snakes,
and all kinds of things like that.
bushfires.
whatever.
angered Aboriginal people.
Yeah, whatever
They,
it was.
they don't know what they really don't belong down there.
They're-
Is what I'm
yeah,
trying
they
to
don't know
say.
what's going on.
No
Well,
human being belongs there.
that's right. It's
the
a
point of
reason
this
it was a
article.
prison colony. Yes. Yeah. The men aged 30 and 49 were fined 1,000 Australian dollars, which is 759 American dollars,
It's a lot.
each for breaching a stay-at-home pandemic order that restricted them to Sydney. The younger
Oh,
man was
that's-
found.
What?
Yep. Yeah, the younger
That's-
man was found naked and carrying a backpack, while the older man was partially clothed. It was probably Harrison Ford trying to figure out where he was supposed to be for his next Indiana Jones shoot.
Crikey, he probably crashed his plane in Australia and he's trying to get home.
Yep. The police chief described the pair as "quote unquote" idiots.
I feel like they were taking advantage of the situation that no one was around.
Right.
They violated the stay-at-home order, but they were outside. Okay, like if you're outdoors, you have a way smaller chance of catching the virus or spreading it.
They got scared.
So just go out there naked, let deers chase you around, and what's the problem?
yeah, exactly
Well,
right.
The only thing I see wrong with this story is the fact that they got scared by a deer and
Mm-hmm.
they live in fucking Australia. Are the deer in Australia different than what I'm used to?
Maybe they
I
are.
feel like maybe that's got to be it because when they say deer, maybe they mean alligator, or
They
crocodile.
have like those Medusa deer where the horns are actually snakes. And yeah, man, they're rough. You don't want to get near them.
No, I'll tell you, mate, you don't want to be fighting a deer.
Yeah,
A deer out here with no pants.
that's no deer. This is a deer.
That's a deer.
That is definitely not a deer. What the fuck is that thing?
Is that from Earth? What is that?
I've been a biologist for 63 years. That is not a deer. You have a floppy hat on. That is not a deer. All right. I think I sort of trump your expertise here. I'll tell you who else trumped expertise. A Wyoming man who asked the sheriff's dispatcher why he hadn't been arrested yet soon found himself in handcuffs. The 62
taking you so long?
Yeah, hey, how come you guys haven't arrested me yet? The 62-year-old man called the Campbell County Sheriff's Office on Thursday to ask why he hadn't been arrested after deputies raided his house the previous day. Asked why he should be arrested. The man said meth use.
I'm high as fuck
The
right
man
now.
also told the dispatcher 10 young men were following him. I'm high on meth and there's 10 boys
10 boys
chasing after me,
right
buddy.
behind me.
Nobody had raided the man's house or was planning to arrest him, the department said. So apparently the raid the day before was not even at his house. After the call, the deputy spotted the man driving, followed him, and pulled him off to the road. After that, the man allegedly told the deputy he'd used methamphetamine a day and a half before and that he was still high. He did poorly on sobriety tests and was arrested for driving under the influence.
See, that's the thing. You don't take meth because it makes you paranoid and you give yourself away. Nobody even would have known he did meth in this scenario. He was just so paranoid that cops knew already.
Exactly.
He went to turn himself in. He was doing, this is what's fucked up about our whole system. This guy was trying to do the right thing.
Yes.
And rather than put him in counseling or whatever, they fucking arrest him.
Yep, exactly.
Arrest him, probably charged him. You know, who knows how they handled it. But I'm assuming probably not in a kind way.
I think that's a safe bet. Yeah, I don't think that's that was necessarily received with the most kindness.
No.
I'll tell you what was received with the most kindness. I just missed this by a few days. A Massachusetts bar announced it will accept monopoly money as currency for 2 hours.
I told you, man, Bitcoin is on the move.
It's
And
what it is.
Monopoly money is finally getting the credit that it deserves.
Monopoly coin.
Monopoly coin,
Yeah,
baby.
that's it. That's
Anybody want to invest?
Yep,
I
that's
get-
it. You
I'll
want to
turn-
go to jail?
I'll turn.
Which one?
Which one? You
You want to invest or you
Go
want to
jail?
go to jail?
Pick one.
That's
Quick,
right.
hurry up.
That's right. That's right. Don't
Jail.
touch that boardwalk.
Invest or jail.
That's right. So you only have two choices. So it was part of a bid to be included in a localized version of the game. Ralph's Tavern in Worcester said customers who visit the business from 4 to 6 on Wednesday were able to use Monopoly money to pay the $5 cover charge. And play money will also be accepted for hot dogs, non-alcoholic Jello shots, and tickets
It
for a
sounds.
raffle.
It sounds kind of like somebody. Some of the staff were playing Monopoly with like their kids, and they lost a lot of the money. They were like ended up in the trash
the
or
fucking
something.
kid threw it all away.
Let's just accept Monopoly money.
Bring the Monopoly money in.
Rather than buy 4 more Monopoly boards,
Exactly.
I'll just let people pay with Monopoly money.
Just bring it in, then they're going to be the losers. That's
right.
Really, we just gave them some non-alcoholic Jello shots. We didn't tell them they were non-alcoholic, but
These were the Jello shots Bill Cosby used to promote.
that's right.
Okay, joke's on you.
Yeah, joke's on you. You're
These are-
aiding and
these
abetting a rapist.
Rape Jello
That's right.
shots.
Yeah, exactly right. Non-alcoholic. Yeah. The bar's owner said the state law bars the business from accepting Monopoly money for alcoholic beverages, so legal tender will still be required for drinks during Wednesday's event. I can do it during Wednesday's event.
If you want to get wasted, stop bringing in this
Well, don't you
game of life money.
You don't know what you're talking about. Ralph, which bills itself as the oldest tavern in Worcester, is campaigning to be included in the localized Worcester version of Monopoly, which is being produced by Top Trumps USA. There you go.
That last sentence was like completely confusing to me.
Hasbro.
Okay.
It's some
okay.
subsidiary of Hasbro, I guess.
Gotcha. Now I'm enlightened on it.
Now we know what's going on. Finally, everything finally makes sense. And for our last story here, an FBI agent finally is able to make things make sense. He applied for a federal warrant in 2018 to seize a fabled cache of U.S. government gold. He said was quote unquote stolen during the Civil War and hidden right here at home in a Pennsylvania cave.
Ooh, it's a gold cave.
Pinchers of Hell. Pinchers of Peril. That's it.
He's alive.
We got to go. We got to find Chester Copperpot. He's in a Pennsylvania cave somewhere, stating that saying the state might take the gold for itself if the feds asked for permission, according to court documents unsealed on Thursday. The newly unsealed affidavit confirms previous reports by the Associated Press that the government has been looking for a legendary cache of gold at the site, which federal authorities have long refused to confirm. In any case, the FBI said the dig had come up empty. It's probably because they got it already.
Yeah,
Mikey
somebody else-
already got it.
Exactly. If you don't think that a bunch of bumpkins or just random ass people aren't gonna go digging through a cave looking for
Exactly.
gold in general before they even know that it's there,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, somebody found that gold.
Yeah, because are you telling
They're
me
gone.
you telling me that all that treasure that they had, right? Because the ship sailed away with most of it. They only had what with the marble bag. That was all they had was those gems, right?
Okay, I thought
That was
we were,
all-
thought we were back in reality, but we're still
No, we're in Goonies.
Okay,
Yeah, we're in Goonies reality. So they had all those gems. That's all they had left, right? Am I
Yeah.
missing anything?
nope,
That was it.
That was it.
That's not enough money to keep the Goondocks forever. Just
No,
a little
it's
bit
not.
of time. They got to go on other adventures.
It's probably just to help them like get out of debt.
Yeah,
Really?
it was just to get out from under the thumb of Troy's dad. It was all over the moment we ran up Troy's bucket. You know, what are you gonna do? I have probable case to believe that a significant cache of gold is in a secret underground cave in Dents Run, holding 1 or more tons belonging to the U.S. government. Wrote
1 or more tons of gold belonging to the U.S. government.
Stolen.
Now,
during
here's the
Civil
thing.
War.
If you find the gold, right?
Right.
Let's say you find a bunch of gold. Don't they have an entire inventory of gold in like what's known in existence?
Yeah, not anymore. Well, but see, that was the thing. It used to be in Fort Knox, but it's not there anymore. And that's like the whole controversy, because that's supposed to be what our monetary system is based upon.
Yeah, it's
the
back,
gold,
back by
that's,
current,
but it's not anymore. It hasn't been for a very long time.
No,
backed by
our,
gold.
Our money is as good as monopoly money.
It's
That
all
bar
Bitcoin.
Was right. It's all Bitcoin. Why do you think I talk about it all the time?
Exactly right.
This is our future of our money, because none of it's fucking real.
Nothing is real, including all of our systems here with all of this stuff. But this agent said that they're concerned, even if a DCNR gave initial consent for the FBI to excavate the cache of gold secreted by the Dents Run site. That's a weird way to put that. Secreted. That consent
secreted like
I love my gold secretions. God, the consent could be revoked before the FBI recovered the United States property, with the result of the DCNR unlawfully claiming that the cache of gold is abandoned property and thus belongs to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Oh, let's please. And you know what they'll do? No, actually, I want the FBI to get it, because I know they won't spend it on the roads.
Yeah,
So
of course
what we fucking need to have it.
Phil, just throw the gold in the potholes.
Right, we have gold-filled potholes in Pennsylvania. That's what they'll do. That's what they'll do.
Yep.
Do you know how fast the people would fucking come and destroy the roads even worse? That actually might. I'll tell you what. If they can fill those potholes with gold, maybe the construction crews will show up and actually fix the fucking road for
maybe,
once.
but that's also very unlikely. I think. What are you going to do?
God damn. Well, if you're looking for, and this is unfound at this point,
they're
correct?
still missing. Yep.
They still don't know. If you're an adventurous type and you're in Pennsylvania around a bunch
Get
of
a group of kids together, including a couple, ones that don't want to be there.
Right.
Take them on an adventure.
Mhm.
See what happens. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe attract the attention of a local crime family.
Exactly right. And maybe one's really, really old. Maybe one's the mother of all of that.
Maybe one's a disfigured,
Mentally
mentally
football player.
disabled. Yeah, former football player. He really wasn't. There was nothing wrong with him from birth. He had CTEs.
Yeah.
He used to play football. He literally was a Raiders lineman or something, I think.
He was a Raider of the Lost Ark, just like every one of us.
He was raiding those lost arks.
We're all Raiders of the Lost
and he
Ark.
was raiding my lost heart.
That's right. Finish
I
him.
fell right in love with that big old droopy-eyed mongoloid monster.
Just melting away down there in the basement. That was it. And I'll tell you who else is melting away in the basement. Us. So we'll see.
We are. It's hot here.
Next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt
And Matt.
and nobody
And
else.
not Chris.
Not Chris, because he's not here. He's in some alternate dimension or Australia.
Or 59 Jamaica right now.
Yeah, we're gonna do something else about pulling somebody else through this portal.
We're gonna make an interdimensional harpoon gun.
Yeah, exactly right. At least a tracker like they do in Jaws 2, so that they
That's
can
right.
at least figure out where it's gone. Also, Tremors Tremors 1.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, they do that. It's track them underground. It's important.
It's a very good idea. And we're going to do that to our next guest.
That's right. Look out, Kevin Bacon. We're coming for you.
Watch
We
out,
need your
Bacon
help.
Man.
We need your help. We need your help, and we need to end this episode. So we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Juan says, Mats, you goonies.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, internet people, which is Matt and Brooke and Juan,
Looks to be it.
we miss you too.
Miss you too, bro.
We miss you too. Yes, indeed.
It's been a long time since I've seen Brooke.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Pre-pandemic,
Been
I
a
think.
while. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll have to remedy that at some point.
Yeah.
But
I know we're seeing Juan.
we're gonna see Juan. We know that
I
we've
know
got
you're
it
seeing Juan.
scheduled. We've
September.
got the tickets.
Oh yeah, man, I got those tickets. I'm ready, baby.
Oh man. Well, we didn't
Excited.
receive them
Excited.
yet, but we
Well,
purchased them. Yeah.
Mine, I think usually I get mine on just the
It's-
barcode scan.
Oh,
on my-
yeah,
on
that's
my
right.
phone.
That's right. Well,
That's
no,
how
they
I do
normally
it.
send us wristbands.
They do. Yeah, that's true. They do.
Yeah, so we'll get those. But yeah, it'll be good. So, all right, internet people and all
Goodbye.
of you
Thanks for-
watching later on.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Hello, goodbye, as the Beatles say, and other people who have covered that song.
I say goodbye.
And
You say goodbye.
And so
Goodbye, goodbye.
goodbye. Yeah, it is going to be the best. Number one good time. Juan
Number
says,
one.
"Yep,
Number one.
number one good time."
It is going to be.
That's
It definitely is.
We're going to enjoy it. So, enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you next time. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
That's it.